Give me a little piece of scratch paper. I'm not making any insinuations. I'm only talking a principle, okay? Here's standard of living, and here's life. So we're proceeding through life on this plane, and this is our standard of living on this plane, okay? So let's just say, hypothetically, that God has given this measure, or our portion in life, okay? This is our portion. So this is God's grace for you and me. Okay, so we start out saying, oh, God, you love me. And we start doing this kind of climb up to walk in the grace of God. And with the grace of God come various acquisitions, giftings, influence, means influence over people, possessions, positions, those kinds of things, power. All those things come to us. It's just part of God's design. When we get clothed with glory or grace, Isaiah 60 says, and the heathen will come running to the brightness of your glory. Brightness of your rising, actually. And so, it's just normal. People want to give themselves to God. If they see God in you, they'll come running. So, and then they give you something. They give you their heart. They give you their access to their heart. So here, write on me. Tell me what it is. What's God think about me? Okay? Or they give you money. Or they give you, here's my car. Or here's my food. Or here's whatever. It's just part of it. So we begin acquisition of different things in our lives. Some intangible, some tangible. Now, if we learn to walk with God at this point right here, we can actually flow. Because sometimes this line goes up and down. This line right here goes up and down. Paul says, I've learned to be abased or to abound. Whatever I'm at, just be happy about it. Okay? But if you and I don't stop in this trend, we can be, by our own strength, continue to acquire. By our own strength. Hook, crook, or conniving, striving, whatever. And we're way up here. And then somewhere, right at this point, comes a moment of truth or reckoning. It's like, oh my gosh, I think I'm beyond my grace. Here's my grace here. I realize I'm here and I can't prop this up anymore. And so there may come a time for having to be pared away, where we have to reduce to find out where reality is. Reality is God's grace. Reality is the way God sees it. Reality is the measure He's given to us. And so from here to here is attainments, again, tangible, intangible, by grace. And between here and here, attainments by own strength. Now, none of us like to acknowledge that, but we're humans. We're all gonna encroach into that, And so, the point to me that's important here is that when we come to the moment of truth, the moment of reckoning, it says, Lord, I really want to be your man and only your man. He says, okay, all right, I think I hear your heart. I think I believe you're really sincere, God says. Okay, so now you got to be committed to walk with me. I'm really going to take care of you. And I'm going to sustain you. I really am. But we may have to do a little shuffling for a while till we find out where the real grace level is, the truth, the real plumb line, the real accurate measure of the portion of God is for our life. Now, again, I'm not making any insinuations. Mm-hmm. I'm stating a principle. Mm-hmm. And so, I think that it's important that we just say, Lord, everything is on the table. Everything. My hopes, my dreams, my status, my positions, my possessions. Everything I've ever thought about and I thought were mine. are on the table. And you take preeminence. I give you the permission, and I'm asking you to take precedence over them, rulership over them. If they're mine, fine. In the end, great. If they're not, then that's great too. I call it the Job open hand policy. It says, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Of course, in the end it said, even if he slay me, yet will I trust him. So the point, open hand policy, which means we don't do this. God, I got a possession. That's mine. You can't have it. And God says, oh, this is going to hurt. And he begins prying back one finger at a time, and of course he does it lovingly, but our humanness does not like it, Well, how about if we just said, Lord, for the record, open hand policy with you. Do you want to put it there? Cool. Do you want to take it away? Cool. Anything's okay, because you know what? I trust in you. I love your love for me. I love the way you love me. I'm more convinced and confident in your love for me than I am trusting in anything these things could give me. Whatever's in my hand right now. And so, Lord, here it is all on the table. So I think we've got to make sure we come to that point and be prepared. Now, there may be no reducing. We may be living below the portion that God's got for us.
Right.
And we probably are in some areas. And so some areas we may be still climbing, in other areas we may have to reduce.